Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another THW NHL News and Rumors Rundown. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with thehockeyraiders.com. As always, this segment brought to you by Sports Side Hustle. If you are looking to take your fandom, your love of hockey, or any other sport and turn it into a lucrative secondary income, SportsSideHustle.com is for you. You can go to SportsSideHustle.com and get a free download for free keys to unlocking your unlimited potential in terms of being a sports fan and turning your hobby into a profession. All right, let's get right to the NHL news and rumors. Today is November 2nd. We're going to be talking a lot about Toronto, Montreal, and Detroit. So let's get right to it. Mitch Marner, Sheldon Keefe. Is there an issue between these two? Right now, it doesn't seem like it, although Mitch Marner was benched. Part of that comes from the fact that it sounds like Sheldon Keefe is just trying to manage his minutes. He's been playing somewhere between 20 and 27 minutes. No, Marner has not been perfect, but this is not to suggest that there is a rift between the player and the coach. Sure, there's a lot of speculation about what the future of Sheldon Keefe is in Toronto, whether or not he'll be let go, but you have to consider Toronto's already playing Mike Babcock. They're now paying Sheldon Keefe. If they were to hire somebody new, that's three coaches that they pay till the end of the year. So this isn't exactly a given that Sheldon Keefe is going to go, or that because Mitch Marner might have an issue with him. None of that is on the surface at this point. But there is still talk about Barry Trotz in Toronto and whether or not he might be a fit there. Now, Barry Trotz has said that he has some interest in coaching an Original Six hockey team. But Pierre LeBrun of TSN has reported that Trotz's last conversation with him was that he's not quite ready to come back. He's got a lot of things personally he wants to take care of. He's not going to be back until at least December, if at all. And Elliot Friedman is reporting that Trotz only really wants to get back into this if he could see this as a step towards being a GM somewhere. So he'll come in as a head coach and then eventually move up into the general manager's position, which means if he's doing something in Toronto, not only is he maybe taking over for Sheldon Keefe, but he could be eventually taking over for Kyle Dubas. That's what that would look like in Toronto. So we'll see if there's any smoke fire when it comes to Trotz and the Toronto Maple Leafs. GM Kent Hughes, Montreal Canadiens, he's going to have to probably make a move here in the next little bit. There's talk about Joel Edmundson, the defenseman, being able to come back from injury right away here. That's not imminent, but it is pretty close to being right around the corner. And when that happens, they're going to need to make a move. There is talk that they could send down Juraj Slafkovsky to the AHL, but they're not going to do that. They don't want to do that unless he deserves a demotion, and right now he's playing pretty well. They don't want to put some other players on waivers. They want to keep their young prospects. So it looks like a veteran forward probably will be traded or demoted. And right now the consensus seems to be Evgeny Dadonov. He has maybe conveniently been healthy scratch from the Montreal Canadiens lineup lately. And then all of a sudden it sounds like there's an injury issue perhaps, or an illness of some kind, non-COVID related. Not really sure, but a lot of people are making the link and connecting the dots between those two things. So we'll see if Dadonov sticks around long-term in Montreal. Finally, in Detroit, there's a lot of talk about Dylan Larkin, what's happening with his contract extension. It is not done yet. The two sides are talking, but it sounds like Larkin wants somewhere in the Matthew Barzal wheelhouse of money between 8.5 and 9.5 million per season. A lot of talk that Steve Yzerman is not interested in giving him that much, but they would like to keep him, and Larkin would like to stay. But all of a sudden, Nick Kypreos comes out of left field and suggests that maybe the Detroit Red Wings would let go Larkin so they could go after Bo Horvat out of Vancouver, who's also looking for an extension, who will be a pending UFA at the end of the year, and potentially there's a fit there. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on Detroit, what happens with Larkin's situation, and then what happens with Horvat, because Vancouver prioritized JT Miller here, and nobody's really sure what's going on with Horvat. So we'll keep our eyes on that one too. Folks, that's going to do it for today. This has been another THW Hockey Raiders NHL News and Rumors Rundown. My name is Jim Parsons. Don't forget, check out thehockeyraiders.com, and we'll talk to you in the next one.